What is up, people on the internet? JQL here, back with another video. In today's video, I'm doing another custom video, Lego custom video, on my custom Lego minifigures from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate / wherever game they were introduced. Pretty sure Falco was in Melee and Kirby was, well, Kirby was always in. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. Today I have more Smash Bros. Customs that I've been working on to show you because I recently started playing Smash again, and I started playing as different characters, such as, well, as you can see here. Well, technically I don't play Kirby, I just decided to remake Kirby because my sister makes Kirby, so, and yeah, my previous version I gave to her, so I wanted another version of my own, so yeah, this is the version 2, I guess, and then I started playing as Falco and Roy, and I really enjoy playing as them, so yeah, here they are. Again, I have no idea. I don't play Star Fox or Fire Emblem. I just made the customs because I made them in Smash. So, yeah, without further ado, let's just get started with this video. Alright, let's start off with Falco. Falco is an interesting character. I don't know too much about him, but I know that he is pretty fun to main in Smash, even though, you know, I'm not the best with Falco, but I enjoy playing as him. So, let's start off with the head. The head was originally a Lego head that I sculpted everything you see here. I cut off the stud and then sculpted the top with Procreate, then sculpted that little shape at the top, and then sculpted the shape at the bottom. And then I sculpted the little thing on his back, and then I had to sculpt the beak, which is actually a second version. On my Instagram, I posted another version, and I really wasn't feeling it, and I decided to make this version, and I think it looks somewhat better. Like, just from the front, it looks weird, but from the side, it looks pretty good. But yeah, so that happened, and yeah, did I say I used Procreate to sculpt? I think I did. The little thing that he has in his eye, I forgot, I don't know what it's called. It's made out of a plastic, like action figure plastic, the clear stuff, and then I cut small piece out and then glued it onto the little thing over here and then sculpted a layer of Procreate over it so that way it secures it. It's pretty secure, it hasn't fallen off, so that's good. And I've dropped this thing a couple times because I have butterfingers. I also sculpted on the mic thing on his, attached to the thingy-mabob. I don't really know what the technical terms are. So anyway, moving on to the torso. It's pretty simple. I just sculpted the scarf on and then painted the entire thing dark red-ish. And I also sculpted his I made his jacket out of an index card and painted all the detail on there. It's a pretty detailed jacket. I'm pretty happy with it. And it turned out a lot better than I thought it would. And the, you know, the arms are fully painted. Man, what does it mean saying sculpted? I also sculpted the little custom glove tops that represent his sleeves. And the gun, I'm not sure where it came from. Pretty sure it came from Brick Warriors. I just found it, and I was like, hey, that looks pretty close to his gun, because I decided to just give him the gun, so, yeah. And, the legs are fully painted. Some parts are sculpted, like the knee parts. I don't really know if they're knee pads, but, and this little thing he has on the side, and also his tail is also sculpted out of Procreate, and then his gun holster is pretty simple, but again, sculpted out of Procreate. And I decided to paint on the belt because I was pretty lazy. So, yeah. That's pretty much it for Falco. Pretty happy with how he turned out. If you have any other questions about him, I'll be more than happy to answer them in the comments down below. So, yeah. So, Kirby was an interesting process. It was really difficult to really make this figure, if I'm going to be honest. So, Kirby was, started out, it didn't really have a base. Last time I used a cylinder piece as a base, but this time I decided to just use a stud, you can see right there, as the bottom, and then I used, oh crap, what are they called? The leg joints, you see, like, that connects the, here, I'll just use Falco's legs real quick. You can see these parts, I use those for the ball joints, because this time I decided to add ball joints to my custom Kirby, because why not? They aren't that great, but, you know, they work. So, and then I used antenna pieces for the arms, hands, whatever, the nubs, sure. Then I sculpted the feet and painted the face. It's pretty simple. I just basically had to sculpt a ball of Procreate and then paint everything. So, that's pretty much it for Kirby. Really not much else to go into with this figure, I guess. And, yeah, now we can move on to next figure. Now, I'm not familiar with Roy at all, like I said in the beginning of this video, but he looks cool. Also, he is my favorite Fire Emblem character to main in Smash. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about him. Don't know much about him, but he's pretty cool. So, anyway, the hairpiece is actually, I took a lot of inspiration from Deku Sculptors' Roy custom. I used a surfer hairpiece as the base, then sculpted everything you see here. Well, I only took inspiration based off, like, what base to use. but then I I bought the amiibo because I thought it was really cool. So then I used that for its inspiration to sculpt the hair, and I think it turned out all right. Not the best, but you know, it works. And I also sculpted on the bandana that he wears, and also painted the little detail you see in gold, and also painted his face. It's turned out all right. It doesn't really scream Roy to me, but it works for now. I can always change it later. And yeah, now the cape is also made out of an index card because I don't have a lot of cape accessories, so I just use an index card whenever I can. And then I sculpted on the little seams there, I guess. Don't know if you would call it like part of the cape, but it's just there. It also covers his neck and whatnot. So removing the hair piece and the head, then removing the cape, we can take a better look at the actual figure. Let me put his head back on because he looks a little weird when he doesn't have a head. Yeah, the shoulder armor is sculpted, the arm gauntlets, or whatever you want to call it, are sculpted. His fingers are painted. They probably going to chip off eventually. And I also sculpted the torso armor, and the waist cape is actually made out of index card and some tape to look like his waist cape, I guess. The legs are fully painted. They're not the best, they're not the cleanest, but hey, it works. I also sculpted on the little back armor, because why not? It's kind of pointless because he's going to wear the cape anyway, but hey, whatever. And the sword, I was just going to use a typical Lord of the Rings sword, but I ended up just saying, you know, I thought his sword was so unique that I made it. And it works for the most part. It's not the best sword ever, not my best accessory I've ever made, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I basically used just a rod. That's the only Lego part here. The rest is fully sculpted by me, and yeah, it was not fun. I was going to make a sword sheath, but I decided to scrap the idea because the sword sheath is on his back, but he's going to have the cape there, so there's really not enough room for the sword sheath. And yeah, so pretty much fully sculpted and painted by me. I think it turned out alright. Not the best, but not the worst. And it works for, you know, what it is. So that's pretty much it for Roy. Yeah, there's not much else to talk about. And if you have any questions about him, let me know in the comments down below. Be more than happy to answer them. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Roy. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, and if you like the customs you see here, make sure to give this video a like. And if you want to see more Smash Bros. Customs, let me know in the comments down below what figure you want to see. I'm not going to guarantee that I'll make them, but you know, it'd be interesting to see what you guys want to see. Maybe I'll consider it, because sometimes people suggest things and I'm just like, hey, why not? And yeah. And if you guys want to see my customs earlier, you can follow me on my Instagram and Flickr. Both links are in the description below. I do post my customs finished there before I post them here. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Smash, it's a fun game. I really enjoy it. I haven't been playing with my friends lately because of what's happening, and I also don't have the online subscription thing, so that's why I haven't been playing it. So yeah, anyway, pretty sure that's it. I'm not sure how I end my videos. I kind of forget. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys once again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video, whenever or whatever video it'll be, and I'll see you guys next time.